only way you could stay stuck in a situation is if you don't do anything about it and you don't move. But that's what you're not going to do, and that's what we're not going to talk about in today's video. In today's video, this is what you need to know and start preparing yourself and what you should start expecting when you overcome the adversity. Because guess what? If it rains, eventually the rainbow has to come out. The sun has to shine. You're not going to be in your situation forever unless you don't do the following things, such as continuing to show up for yourself. You have to keep showing up for yourself until you get to where you need to be. Like, life is about surviving. I've talked about that in previous videos. If not, I will make a separate video. If you guys want me to talk about survival mode, comment and let me know in the comment section and engage. But you're constantly gonna have to adapt and change to life, okay? You can only do what you know with what you have, with where you are. Until you unlearn information that no longer resonates with you, until you learn information that is going to be useful to you, until you experience certain trials and tribulations or you overcome things, you are doing the best that you can. There are only 24 hours in a day, and stressing and worrying about things that haven't happened that or have already happened is not going to change your situation. So if you're broke right now, just know that as long as you're going to work, as long as you are trying to find jobs, as long as you're doing your side hustles, as long as you're saving money, as long as you're finding ways to make money, as long as you're doing whatever you need to get that income, slowly but surely your financial status is going to change. Like, you cannot be broke forever. The purpose of you being broke is for you to learn how to manage your money, how to invest your money, to realize where you are spending your money, and just understand how money affects you. And that's another thing you need to start expecting, is that when you go through trials and tribulations, there are lessons that you're going to learn. Learn the lesson so you don't have to keep going through the same cycle, so you don't have to keep experiencing poverty. There's a reason why certain things were removed and taken away from you. There's something you are supposed to be learning. Life is like a school. We're here to learn. We're here to evolve. We're here to ascend. The reason why people don't do that is because they're not taking the time to learn the lessons. There's a reason why you're going through the things that you're going through. You may not want to hear that. And nobody wants to be broke. Nobody says, oh, when I grow up, I just want to be in poverty. When I grow up, I want to lose my job. When I grow up, I want to be evicted. When I grow up, I want to get... Nobody has ever said that. Nobody's ever said that before. But things happen. Things are going to happen. So when you are doing everything in your power, you're just showing up, even though you may feel angry, even though you may feel sad, even though you may feel discouraged, eventually you're going to have to start making money. So like, eventually, if you have like $10 in your bank account and you apply to a job and you work for a job, let's just say for 2 to 3 months, eventually your money is going to start to grow. Now, granted, it may not happen overnight. It may not happen in the first week. It may not happen in the first 24 hours, but it doesn't mean there's no possibility. So another thing you need to start expecting and what you should know as you're overcoming that adversity is that attitude and your mindset has to change and is going to change. When you start expecting things are going to work out for you and that things are going to get better for you because you went through the season and the time of suffering, you can no longer think low of yourself. You can no longer dwell in the situations that you once experienced. So you have to start expecting results. Like the analogy I just gave you guys, if you were in poverty and you're going to work and you got a job eventually, you have to start expecting that you're going to start making money. So your mindset, your appreciation and gratitude has to show up. It has to change. So when you finally get that job, when you finally go through your interview, when you finally go through your orientation, when you do your paperwork and you start working there, you're going to get paid. Your attitude has to change because now that you got the job, you're going to start to see the results. So the attitude that you had before of feeling depressed and discouraged and maybe not confident because maybe, like I said, financially you weren't stable. Now that you are stable, you can't have the mindset of being afraid anymore. Because if you learn the lessons, you can expect to maintain your money now. You can expect to work on money management. You can expect to receive this money. When you do what you are supposed to do, when you put in the work and the energy and the effort to the universe or God or ancestors or whatever you choose to believe in, it is going to be returned back to you. So you have to start expecting that you're going to make money now. Your mindset has to change. You can't think, okay, well, I'm never going to get a job, so I'm never going to get paid. If you think like that, then things are not going to work for you. And it's easier said than done because you're not putting in the action. If you know you're doing every single thing that you can, if you know you're walking to work and you don't have a car right now, eventually when you save up the money, you're going to be able to buy the car. Like, why wouldn't you? Logically, that doesn't make any sense. Now, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, those are other areas that you're going to have to work on. But logically, let's be for real. 1 + 1 is 2. So start expecting results. So lastly, you're going to have to expect to cut off anything that's no longer serving you. You have to be able to remove and let go of the people, places, and things that you were once familiar with in order for you to receive a new relationship, a new love, a new job, a new house, a new car, like new clothes, a new body, a new mindset. Like whatever you were once familiar with can no longer resonate with you in this season. Life is about evolving in seasons. You guys know I talk about that all the time. And if you don't know, there are seasons, there are going to be certain people that you come across for. Some people may be in a season from long term. Some people may be in the season for short term. Some people you may meet in the fall. Some people you may meet in the spring. Sometimes you're going to meet people in the winter. You're going to see certain people for 3 months. You may meet certain people for 3 years. When the time is up, because nobody's going to be in your life forever and nothing life lasts forever. When the time is up, you have to be okay with letting go and knowing that you learned information from these people or places and things. You were taught certain lessons. So you have to expect that they're no longer going to resonate with you. You're no longer going to be compatible. And just because you are outgrowing certain people, places, and things doesn't make you a bad person or those people, places, and things that you no longer are familiar with. In order for you to change your mindset, in order for you to have results, in order for you to be the best version of yourself, you have to be okay with letting go with your past. Like you have to be okay with making peace with your past. The past is not in the future. The past is the past. And everything and everybody that you experience was for a reason, in a season, a lesson, and a blessing. Now, you may not understand it because you're going through it, or you may not understand it because you're trying to figure out, well, what was the purpose? But that doesn't take away that there was a reason and that there was a purpose. That's for you to figure out, of course, and there's no rush to do that. So when you're learning to expect results, when you're learning to change your mindset, when you're expecting that things are going to work out for you, you have to take your time. It's nothing wrong with expecting things that you know are going to happen to you because you're doing everything that you're supposed to and you're doing everything that you have control over. There are going to be certain things that you don't have control over, and worrying and stressing is not going to change anything, or is it going to help you? But knowing that, hey, I may not have the car, I may not have the money, I may not be in a relationship, but as long as I'm working towards these things, I know that it's going to come to me. I know that I'm going to experience this. So if you guys have any questions or concerns about expectations and like more videos like this, drop the word expectation in the comment section or just engage, and make sure you guys are following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at _guidance, Ty Guidance, TYI_guidance to stay up to date. And make sure you guys click the link down below for one-on-one personal sessions. It's your favorite mental health specialist. Stay tuned, you guys, because we have a lot of healing and a lot of work to do. Love you. Bye.